Before we start the video, I'd like to give a shout out to the PC building community, of which I have to thank for getting a decent price on this Radeon RX 7800 XT. This helped me keep the price down on the budget PC you're about to see, and it keeps prices reasonable for the customer. One of the tenets of my operations is to not overinflate the value of PC hardware. I get paid the same no matter what the cost is. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to give a thank you to the PC community. Hope you enjoyed the video. Today's custom PC is built into this Deepcool Matrexx 55 V3 ARGB PC case. I think I pronounced that correctly. And the case came pre-installed with 4 ARGB case fans, and it has this nice little RGB strip on the side. What's nice is that these fans connect to the motherboard, so you can customize the speeds and they're not all just running at 1 RPM. There's a front mesh panel that I always appreciate for good airflow, and the fans actually look a little bit bigger even though they are all 120mm. The top I/O on the PC case features an LED button so you can change the color scheme of the case fans. And there's a USB 3.2, USB Type-C 3.2, microphone and headphone combo jack, and there's the power button. And I say Gen 2 because those are the connections on the motherboard. And let's get the side panel off so we can get a better look at the insides. Who's the cool guy that put this PC together so neatly? Underneath the Thermalright Assassin Spirit V2 CPU cooler that is ever trustworthy, there's a Ryzen 7 5800X CPU with 8 cores and 16 threads. Right beside that is 16GB of Timetec Pinnacle Konduit DDR4 3600MHz RAM. Over here is the ASUS dual version of the AMD Radeon RX 7800 XT graphics card with a comfortable 16GB of VRAM, which features a nice little boost in clock speeds. And it's all packed onto this ASUS Prime B550 Plus motherboard, which luckily features that USB-C header for the top panel on the PC case. And little nice to haves like ARGB headers and RGB headers, extra DIMM slots, an extra M.2 port, and some extra PCIe lanes for expansion. Not to mention the extra heat sinks to help with cooling. And there's Windows 11 Pro installed onto this Kingston MV2 1TB NVMe solid state drive. To accompany that is a 1TB Western Digital Blue hard drive for extra storage space. On the rear I/O of the motherboard, we have 2x USB 3.2 Gen 1 up top. Right below that is 2x USB 3.2 Gen 2, one being the USB-C type, 2x USB 2.0, an RJ45 gigabit Ethernet port, HDMI and display port that we can't use with the 5800X as it does not have integrated graphics, a dual band Wi-Fi card with Bluetooth 5.0, audio jacks, and the SPDIF output. And the 7800 XT features 1x HDMI 2.1a and 3x DisplayPort 2.1. Powering it all is a Corsair RM 750X 750W power supply. Now it's time to check out the DaVinci Resolve and Handbrake benchmark tests. So DaVinci Resolve 19 is loaded up with my usual 11 minutes of raw 1080p footage. This time we'll be using the codec AVI and utilizing the GPU more than the CPU. Let's see how long this one takes. And we finished up in 48 seconds, pretty fast. Now I'm curious to see how fast it renders with these current settings and utilizing more of the 5800X CPU. And we finished in 2 minutes and 4 seconds. And that beats out the previous record holder, the Ryzen 5 7500F, by 16 seconds. So shout out to the 5800X, that's a good CPU. And I don't know why I wasn't testing the GPU previously. No excuse, I really have nothing to say, I just wasn't really aware that I could do it. Now it's time to test out Handbrake, and I've got 11 minutes of 1080p gaming footage with the preset of Creator 1080p 60. And first up, we're going to be testing out the CPU power. Here we go. 2 minutes and 19 seconds. And it's another close call with the Ryzen 5 7500F, beating it by 1 second. Now we'll test out the 7800 XT. Here we go. 41 seconds. And that time beats out the previous winner of 47 seconds held by the RTX 3060 of all cards. So shout out to the 7800 XT with that 16 gigs of VRAM and the 5800X. We're looking pretty good for productivity here. And before we get on to the gaming tests, I should note that Resizable bar has been activated in the system BIOS, as well as the XMP settings to get the RAM speeds running at 3600 MHz. Besides that, I just let the graphics card run as it is because it is brand new, the temps were great, and the performance was solid. So let's check out my usual round of gaming tests, and thanks a lot for watching. Definitely let me know in the comments if you're using a build similar to this in 2025. This is being filmed on December 21st, 2024, so it's close enough to 2025. Good luck to all the fellow enthusiasts going into 2025. I hope you have a great day.